Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. This is REGANELITE here. Did you guys like that Christmas intro? That little Christmas theme music? Let me know in the comment section down below. Thought I wanted to just shake it up a little bit. I know I do have a Christmas live stream coming up, guys. But just let me know what you guys thought of the song. I thought it was a nice little jam music to bring us into the show and exit us out to the show as well at the end, guys. And if you guys like that tune and you want to download it yourself, you can do so by simply on your YouTube under the audio library. It's completely free to download, no copyright or anything whatsoever. You're more than happy to download it there. So the link for the name of the track is in the description if anybody wants that track for themselves, because I thought it was a nice little jam music. Just before I do meet and greet and everything, really important caveat, guys. I've said this on the post, I've said it in the live chat, but I'm going to say it again just as people are coming in. Please be aware, if I do talk too low, please let me know, because I can't scream and shout tonight, guys. Simply because we have kids, here tonight. Some of them are 1 or 2. We are trying to get to sleep, and they're literally just a hallway away from me. So if I talk too low, please let me know in the chat. It's really, really important, because I want to make sure that people can hear what I'm saying, guys. Because I know people have complained about me talking too quiet. So please let me know. It's really, really important, guys. Okay. So, welcome everyone to the Snowflake Viewpoint episode. What episode are we on, guys? I'm losing my brain. 34, I think we are on. Man, it's been a crazy year, but it's doing really well, guys. I hope you all had a great weekend. Obviously, if you guys saw from my post, I have a funeral to attend to tomorrow, as well. So. And I've also got my missus's birthday coming up this Wednesday as well. So just in case you guys are wondering, content wise, I've done so much content this morning. Too much, actually, to be fair, guys. So pretty much I've only got a few short videos to do for the week, but I will try to do additional content whenever possible, guys. But there's plenty of content here, and there's also, guys, there is content dropping every day on Patreon this week as well. I even went a step further and done additional content on Patreon this week as well. So you guys can see that for free just by, if you haven't already got a Patreon account, you can create one, and all you got to do is follow me on Patreon. You don't even have to be an actual member, actually to pay for it. You can actually see the content for free, and at REGANELITE, the link is in the description as well. I hope you all had a good weekend. Let's just see who's in the chat before we get started. David McGuinness is here nice and early. Guys, did you guys check out the 2 Davies earlier? They were absolutely brilliant. Great stuff here from them as always, guys. And just as a reminder, if you don't remember when they're going live, guys, we have events on the events tab on the Discord server. Will highlight when the 2 Davies are live streaming as well. So if you don't remember today, you can always check out on the events tab on the Snowflake server, where they highlight when certain YouTubers are doing live streams and that. So if you don't have it, or you could do the obvious thing and put your notifications on when you're subscribed to the 2 Davies, so you'll know when they upload a video or when they go live, guys. Colin Thompson is here as well. Good evening, Colin. Hope you're doing well in New York. Hope it's not too cold over there, buddy. Hope you're keeping nice and warm. Lefty Boater is here as well. Good to see you, buddy. I think I saw you there earlier as well in the 2 Davies as well. Hope you're doing well. Jura is here as well. Good evening, Jura. Hope you're doing well. Hope you had a nice weekend as well. 91 Leeds is here. Yes, hope you're doing well as well. Bar Humbug, says Lefty Boater. Yes, Bar Humbug indeed. Jow is here. Good evening, Jow. Good to see you, buddy. I hope you're doing well. And I think that's everyone. So just so you know, Ollie is very happy today because it's nearly Christmas. So we're less than about a week away from Christmas. The orb has still not formed yet. The orb is here. The lava lamp is slowly growing, and the Christmas tree is still there. Remind me to put on the Christmas lights later on, guys, because I do want to put it on just for you guys, because I didn't do it last time and I feel bad too. And Ben Shaw is here as well. Good to see you, Ben. Hope you're doing well. Right, so we're going to dive straight into it, guys. Again, if I'm too low with the volume, please let me know. Don't let it slip. It's really, really important, because I want to make sure that people who catch up on the live stream and miss it are able to hear me, guys, because I want to make sure people are able to hear me. So if I've got to grab this microphone and pull it closer to my mouth, I will do so, guys. So please let me know. And I might have had a bit of alcohol as well, so just going to put that in there. Right. Baroness Mone, guys, we got to talk about her. So this is from Sky News, guys. Baroness Mone hits back at the Prime Minister as Starmer urges the government to come clean over its role in the PPE scandal. The Tory appointed peer insists the government knew about the involvement from the very beginning as she criticised Rishi Sunak on social media. Oh dear, guys. Yeah, this is what? It's such a joke. It really is such a joke. This whole scandal, guys. It really is. She literally doesn't think she's done anything wrong, or that she knows she's done wrong, and she's basically painting this picture in front of the public to say, like a dummy, like, I didn't do anything wrong. I'm totally fine. Like, girl, you took taxpayer money. You robbed the British taxpayer of their money. I mean, how blatantly obvious can it need to be? Like, it's so infuriating. It really, really is, guys. So Baroness Mone has hit out at the Prime Minister after she insisted he took the scandal surrounding a PPE company she was linked to incredibly seriously. So incredible, guys, that she couldn't tell the truth originally and then admitted that she lied about it later on. That's how serious she took it, guys. The Tory appointed peer and her husband Doug Bowerman have been embroiled in a row over their association with the PPE MedPro after it was awarded a multi-million-pound contract by the government for personal protective equipment, PPE, during the pandemic. The pair continually denied any involvement with the firm, but leaked documents showed they had recommended PPE MedPro and Cabinet Office Ministers to Cabinet Office Ministers, including the now Housing Secretary Michael Gove, which saw the company added to the so-called VIP lane and given 2 contracts totaling more than £200 million. So Michael Gove knew about that. We got an article on that, so you might want to, we got an article about Michael Gove and this. He might have to come back to a certain inquiry to answer questions on that, which would be very interesting to say the least. On Sunday, Baroness Mone admitted her involvement with the business and that around £60 million in profits from the contracts was held in trust by Mr. Bowerman, which she could benefit from in the future. But she claimed the government had made her and her husband scapegoats for wider failings of PPE procurement throughout the pandemic. Now, I do think there is some truth to this, because they want to make them the scapegoats for the scandals that's going to take place. And the thing is, and I've heard this a few times now from people, is that this is only the tip of the iceberg for the amount of taxpayer money that has been thrown away during this whole PPE procurement thing. And I think it's Sam Bright from Byline Times had tweeted about how he tweeted today, I think it was, and he was saying that how that there were companies were asking for saying about companies basically shouting like there's companies procurements, companies that are in the UK were already ready to go. And I was like, yeah, they were saying, because here's the thing, guys, if you remember during the pandemic, I don't know how many of you were aware of this back then, but when the talks about the whole PPE thing was coming up, there was companies in the UK ready to go that had the procurement and were ready to had the necessary things to produce the equipment, produce the PPE for the NHS, and all they needed was that phone call from the government to say, hey, we need this much, can you produce this, what's the price, all this kind of stuff, and off you go, pretty much. And that never happened, and instead what they did is create a VIP lane for their mates to secure contracts, and we ended up with a lot of shoddy personal protective equipment, basically. Good evening, Vertigo. Tories and their slush funds. Yep, Tory and their slush funds indeed. I hope you had a good weekend too, buddy. It's pretty damning to say the least, guys. Rishi Sunak refused to comment on the situation due to the live legal proceedings, as PPE MedPro is currently being sued by the Department of Health and Social Care, the DHSC, over claims millions of the gowns supplied failed to meet the standards required, something Baroness Mone and Mr. Bowerman have denied. Do you know what I think is really insulting? You know, that Laura Queensberg of the BBC, like, how ironic it was them that went over there. And it was like, you know what? Look, we're going to send the BBC. We're going to send the BBC over to do an interview with you. You know, make it exclusive. You know, all that kind of jazz. And we're going to try and paint you guys like it's all good. You know, That's what they're going to kind of try and do. And I just think it's like, so taxpayer money paid for Laura Queensberg to go over there and do an interview in Spain because obviously she's too scared to come and face her actions and consequences of what she and her husband are responsible for. That's just annoying to say the least. Good evening, Daily Blase. Good to see you, buddy. Oh, great video today. Great video, mate. Pointing out Rishi Sunak laughing in the comments. That was like, that really annoyed me. But yeah, good video, buddy. Hope you're doing well, man. You're doing really well on your channel. By the way, if you're not a subscriber to Daily Blase, what are you doing, guys? You should be subscribed to his channel. He does awesome content. Just putting that in there. The company is also under investigation by the National Crime Agency. I'm not even going to play that clip, guys. He's not worth listening to. I don't blame you guys. The government were all aware. Mr. Sunak insisted, however, that he and the government take all these things incredibly seriously. Yep, the government take all things incredibly seriously, guys. So seriously that they forgot to tell the British public, oh yeah, about this money. Yeah. But in response, Baroness called him out on X, formerly known as Twitter, posting, "What is Rishi Sunak talking about? I was honest with the Cabinet Office, the government and the NHS in my dealings with them. They knew all about my involvement from the very beginning." I should have looked for the tweet and put it up here for you guys, but I'm not following her on Twitter, so someone should give me the link for her Twitter so I can do that. No, please, thank you. Sunak's voice is too annoying. Well, he is too annoying, but I don't know if what's worse though. Whose voice is worse listening to though? Boris Johnson, Liz Truss, Suella Braverman, Priti Patel. There's quite a lot of Tory voices you don't really want to listen to. Jacob Rees-Mogg is probably one of the candidates as well that, you know, should do a poll. Who's the worst Conservative you hate listening to on a video? I think that's the one we need to do. Spokesperson for Baroness Mone told Sky News that there are more than 1,000 individual pieces of correspondence between her, the Cabinet Office, the DHSC and Michael Gove in relation to the procurement of PPE. He said while Baroness Mone has now admitted she made a mistake in her dealings with the media, the government were all aware of her involvement at the very beginning. Michelle Mone and Doug Bowerman dispute the claims by the DHSC and their product was not to specification and intend to clear their name. Well, it's impossible to clear their name because they originally lied about it, so, you know, it's just obvious. Good evening, peeps. Sorry I'm late. I went to the naughty step. My big brother came up for a beer and chat. All good, Mad Monk. All good. I hope you got off the naughty step all right. Yeah, stay away from that naughty step at the Two Davies, guys. You don't want to get on that naughty step. It's really, really bad if you do. In an interview with the BBC on Sunday, Baroness Mone claimed that she had a contract with Michael Gove at the start of the pandemic, following a call to arms for all Lords, Baroness, MPs, civil servants to help because they need the massive quantities of PPE. Baroness Mone added, "I just said we can help, we want to help," and I was like, oh my goodness, this is amazing. You liar. You liar. Absolute liar. She wants to help. No, what's the biggest contract I can get? Give it to me. This could not be more of a lie than it's just Jesus. A disgrace from top to bottom. Labour leader Sir Keir Starmer, yeah, why not? He's going to stick the knife in, of course. Labour leader Sir Keir Starmer has demanded the government comes clean over the role ministers played in dealing with the Baroness Mone during the COVID crisis. Sir Keir calls the scenario a shocking disgrace from top to bottom, adding, as every day goes past, there are more questions that need to be answered. But he focused on the alleged roles of Mr Gove and other ministers, saying that they may have started this unhappy story in the first place. The Labour leader told reporters the government needs to come clean. It needs to make a statement to the Commons about that. He added there are now serious questions that I think Michael Gove and the government now need to answer. Who made the original contract? What was the nature of that discussion that led to the situation and we have now learned to develop? I think they should make a statement in the House of Commons today so that the public can hear firsthand of what actually happened here. Will it be interesting, guys? Imagine if there was WhatsApp messages of all these conversations between Baroness Mone and the government. Wouldn't that be interesting if we were to get our hands on them? You guys think, yeah, we can get those WhatsApp messages? Do you think they were intentionally deleted, maybe? What do you guys think? Probe into the huge waste. However, despite the government's confirming 3 separate ministerial statements in the Commons this afternoon, none focused on the scandal. What a surprise. Baroness Mone has since accused Mr Gove and the Department of Health and Social Care of overseeing huge waste of PPE contracts, adding that they have questions to answer for a very long time. Yeah, but we're not talking about them. We're talking about you and your procurement in all this. Even Stephen Banker, no, that's all right, no good, no problem, mate, no problem. The lingerie entrepreneur was appointed as a peer by David Cameron in 2015, but she has taken a leave of absence. Leave of absence. I wonder when she's going to be back, you know. The Lord Standard Commission is carrying out an investigation into whether she breached the code of conduct by not declaring her interest in PPE MedPro. There's a very important tweet I got from Chris Bright, which someone highlighted in on Max's server, which I'm going to show you guys in a bit as well. Asked whether the peer should be expelled from the Lords, Keir said, "I don't think she should be in the Lords. I think the government should be held to account for this." His comments echoed by many made by the Energy Minister and Tory peer Lord Callaghan to Sky News on Monday morning, where he said that Baroness Mone should see sense and not return to the upper chamber. Yeah, but he kind of had to be pushed into that by Kate Bowie on that, to be fair. So trying to push the emphasis. Good evening, Casper Norver. I hope you're doing well. Hope you had a good weekend as well. Yeah. So I'm just going to quickly show you guys. Before I will come up, catch up with the chat in a bit, guys. I'm just going to show you this. Let me make sure this is that you guys can see. Yeah. So this headline here got me. Michael Gove could be called before the COVID inquiry over Baroness Mone's PPE row. The peer launched a series of attacks on which she's attacking other government figures. So admitting she lied to the links firms. But this is I'm not going to read the whole thing, but this thing here. Michael Gove is likely to be called to give evidence to the COVID inquiry over his role in the Baroness Mone's controversy that I understand. Lady Harlot's inquiry into the pandemic is expected to call up a number of current and former ministers involved in the government's contract for PPE at the height of the pandemic, including the then Chancellor of the Duchy of Lancaster, Mr. Gove. The inquiry is to begin investigating the issue of PPE procurement and the extent to which the special fast track for companies with links to the government in spring next year. It is unlikely the inquiry will call Lady Mone to give evidence herself, as she is already subject to a number of separate investigations. That's a shame. I would have liked to have been put on the stand by Hugo Keith and put her to the fire. I would have liked that, but Mr. Gove was one of a number of ministers approached by Lady Mone in 2020 with an offer to supply PPE equipment to the NHS. And the NHS obviously has the rest of the stuff which we've talked about. But yeah, I just wanted to kind of highlight that there. So Michael Gove could be in hot water come the COVID inquiry if for whatever reason they decide not to say anything and just to kind of keep quiet about all this, if you know what I mean. Not very good time. And just finally, guys, I'm just going to show you this really important tweet. Highlighted by some, I can't remember my apologies for the person whoever did it who highlighted this on Max's server. Well done to you, but I think this is really important here. Chris Bright says here, to be clear, the Lords can suspend for a period or expel a member of breaching its rules, but only an act of Parliament can deprive a peer of their title. And then someone also asked, what about if they're found guilty of a crime? Chris Bright says the same applies here. So there is a possibility that she could get expelled as a member of the House of Lords. It is entirely possible that that could happen. I think that's a huge significance there if that was to happen. Now, whether it will happen or not is obviously another thing, but I think it's very important to highlight that point, guys. Right, I'm going to scroll up a little bit just to see if I've missed any of you guys in the chat. So everyone's saying hello to everyone. Well, today is Monday, and 1.1, 1st of the 1st, 2024 is Monday, says 30. Okay. Cheers for the plug, my friend. Regan, appreciate it, REGANELITE. Good evening, all. Yeah, that's all right, Daily Blase. It's all good, buddy. All good, buddy. You helped me when I was starting up, so it's all good, my friend. Everyone's saying hello to each other. Doug Barman runs the Knox Group, a financial service firm in the Isle of Man, a tax haven. Their specialises in tax planning and wealth management, says 91 Leads. Doesn't surprise me at all. Thanks for that info. Doesn't surprise me at all, if I'm honest. Did you know the Isle of Man tax haven was one of the causes of Brexit? Well, I did not know that, Joe. What a surprise. Another Brexit benefit to everyone except the middle and lower class, you know. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already, to share on social media. Yes, please do. That would be really helpful, guys. I am getting also more close. If I get that, the perfect Christmas present would be reaching 500 subscribers, but I don't think that's going to happen between now and Christmas Day. But hey ho, not too far off, to be fair, guys. Did you know the Isle of Man tax haven is losing millions in 12 days? Wow, Jesus, that's crazy. That's absolutely crazy. That's Richard Gimberley, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you. I hope you had a good weekend as well. Yeah, so just finally on it. I mean, obviously this is going to rumble on for a while, but the government will obviously be distracting us with something much more boring. Of course, we've heard it all before, obviously, but I haven't directly talked about this story, and I think this one, these kind of stories really do upset me, especially when it comes to loss of life. The EU did not forbade tax havens; they just regulated it and collected taxes as jail. Yeah, obviously things changed. Things have changed since then. So this one, guys, is from The Independent. The Albanian asylum seeker who died on the Bibby Stockholm was treated like an animal, says her sister. The body of Leonon Fatu, 27, was discovered on the board barge last week, guys. He was treated like an animal. I've covered numerous stories of how potentially some of the people on the asylum seekers and immigrants have been treated by private companies, and the way they're being by private companies, and how they're being managed, how they're being managed and being handled like prisoners, like deprived people, and it is absolutely disgusting. It's absolutely disgusting. And this, as someone who has suffered and still every now and then suffers from depression and mental health, and you guys know that based on history that I've talked about on here, this is very heartbreaking to me that this person committed suicide because of the way he was treated, and it's really, really depressing. So an Albanian asylum seeker who died on the Bibby Stockholm barge said migrants on board were being treated like animals, his sister had said. The asylum seeker, named as 27-year-old Leonon Fatu, was found dead last Tuesday on the controversial barge, which is moored in Dorset and used to house migrants. Mr. Faru's sister, Joshua Dusku, 33, who lives in Lombardy in Italy, said that her brother had raised concerns about how migrants on board were being treated. She told the Telegraph that when I spoke to him last time, he told me that the conditions in that boat were not bad, but they were treated by the guards like animals. My brother, when he arrived in the UK, gave the Home Office the address of our relatives in London. They were contacted by the police, who told them what had happened. According to our relatives who are out of touch with the police, Leonard that night at 11 p.m. in the evening had some problems and was calmed down by the security guard. At 3 a.m. he was found dead. We do not have more details about how he died. Now, obviously, the allegation, of course, is that he committed suicide, of course, is what people are saying. Now, whether or not, and I just want to point this out, whether or not he had previous mental health issues or not is not the thing that infuriates me. My anger is this was good avoidable, and I've said this before and I've said this again. We need to stop treating these people like second-class citizens, like inhumane people, like slaves. We have to treat them like human beings with emotions and feelings, just like you and I, guys, because that's how people should be treated. And it's just so depressing to me that the right-wing media and the government are trying to portray and picture these people as bad, as evil, as those who are coming to take everything away from us, which could not be further from the truth. And they paint this picture, and they do a very good job of painting the picture, and it's really depressing. It really is depressing. Mr. Fatu reportedly paid £3,436 to cross the channel in a vessel last summer. It emerged last week that the migrants on board the barge heard screaming, shouting and punching rules prior to Mr. Fatu's death. The boat was reopened for asylum seekers by the Home Office in October, but campaigners have raised concerns about the conditions on board the barge. As obviously he did state that they weren't so bad when he got on, apparently, they allege him. Good evening, Jeannie Bowl. Good to see you. I hope you had a nice weekend. A letter signed by 65 charities, including Refugee Action, Refugee Council and Care for Calais, and published by The Guardian, urged the government to close the facility. Absolutely. How much money? Do you guys remember how much money we're spending on this? We're spending like, what is it, like is it over 100 million or something a week or something? We're spending a ridiculous amount of money just to house people in here as well. The signatories described the barge as cramped, restrictive and segregated, and added that it was no place to accommodate people who have fled violence, persecution and torture. The mayor of Portland, Carrigan Parkes, said asylum seekers described the conditions on the Bibby Stockholm as appalling, with airport-style security. Why? Why are we treating them? Why do we need airport-style security? Like, it's not like they're terrorists. Like, this tight space, bad food, and fear of reprisals if they were to speak out. That's the other thing as well, guys. Really important is that they really go out of their way to make sure that they don't talk to the media. They really go out of their way to make sure they don't talk to journalists, to any kind of media outlets, so that that people don't know what's actually going on. They want to keep what's actually going on in these barracks, in these hotels, as quiet as possible, so that they can make up their own stories about them. They don't want the truth being put out there. And unfortunately, what's going to happen when eventually, what we hope is that a Labour government comes into power, is that all this comes out, and it's going to be inhumane, to say the least. It's going to, I did the story a week or two ago about the pregnant woman, and while there were some sympathetic people, as I've talked about last week's live stream, there were a lot of people who, rather than actually show any kind of solace, were just angry that, oh, why did she even make the get on the boat and cross over if she was pregnant? Why did she make that journey? And I'm just like, dude, like, what about the condition that she's in? No morals whatsoever. She added, some people are more resilient than others, and some people can cope with the conditions and some people can't. I think we should attest using things like the Bibby Stockholm as a place to accommodate human beings is totally unsuitable. It's not fit for purpose. The Bibby Stockholm has capacity to house up to 500 single men in around 200 bedrooms. Asylum seekers were first moved on board in August, but evacuated days after the discovery of Legionella, a bacteria which caused a potentially fatal Legionnaires' disease in the water supply. And there's they laid flowers there for Leonard as well. I will come to the chat, guys, don't worry. I'm just going to finish reading the rest of this. Migrants were taken back to the barge with some 2 months later, and Home Office interim second permanent secretary Simon Reilly told MPs in November that there were around 200 people on board. The South Dorset MP Richard Drax described the news as a tragedy born of an impossible situation. He said, while I never agreed to nor accepted the imposition of the barge in South Dorset, I believe it was at least a decent safe haven for some of those cruelly trafficked across the channel. I can only imagine what the desperate circumstances which led to this sad outcome. We must do all that we can to end this evil trade in human misery. I'm going to wait till I finish. Home Secretary James Cleverly said last week the death of the asylum seeker would be fully investigated. A spokesperson from the Home Office says, this was a tragic accident and our thoughts are with everyone affected. The welfare of all those in our care is of utmost importance, and we take our responsibility for the well-being incredibly seriously. Can you say sorry? Are you sorry for your actions? Are you sorry at all? No apology? Nothing at all from this Home Office, because they are the ones who put this put a company in charge, of looking after them. No apology whatsoever from this Home Office. This will now be investigated by the police and the coroner. It is right that the facts and circumstances around this death are established. Yeah, why do I get the feeling, guys, that they're going to twist and turn the facts and the establishment there? It infuriates me when they say that this is tragic incidents and their faults are with everyone affected, but they didn't care about that before he was dead, did they? Just like those there now, they don't care about them, that some of them are potentially suffering in silence, whether it's mental health, whatever they're going through. They're not thinking in any way in that remarks at all, guys. They really are not. Okay, let me scroll up and just make sure don't miss everyone's comments. We all try to get you to 500. Me and Daily Blase. Oh no, it's all good, buddy. It's not the end of the world. To be fair, mate, if I get there before Christmas, great. If not, it's not the end of the world, David. But you know, I appreciate I appreciate the love and support, David. I really do. I really do. Thank you, buddy. All out in the open, just like the Bonnie hates, says Jal. Another act of humanization by well-beaten UK border service. I don't think it's the UK border service. I'm pretty sure it's a private company that's running the barge. Correct me if I'm wrong in the chat there. If the treatment they receive is so bad, I wonder why they come, says Richard. The reason why they come is because the smugglers that they pay to cross over to the borders, Richard, they're told a very different story before they come over. They're told that everything is perfect. They are told that that you will get everything. You'll get free benefits. You'll get free accommodation. You get all these free things. Is basically what they're told by smugglers. There was a video. If I need to find that video, there was a video, very good video of a smuggler basically talking to a centre, and you can really you won't have this picture painted so easily for them because you won't have smugglers that. Also, by the way, the money that they're paying the crossover as well, they wouldn't be throwing that much money as well if there's a legal system for them to do that. I know Zoe Gardner has said that that they should be allowed to legally come to the UK and process their claim in the UK, and I understand and respect that, but I don't see right now how that can be done. But I get her point, and she's the expert obviously in this. Good evening, Sir Larry the Cat. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're causing trouble in number 10 as always. What's the story of the jumper? Oh, it's Christmas, buddy. It's Christmas. That might be the reason. What infuriates me is that how around here we see how people are and then ask how they got here, says Jal. Yeah. Good evening, Gene Bottle. Hope you're doing well. If I didn't say hello already. Everyone's saying hello to each other. 91 Lees, I can imagine people like Jemrick working on that barge. Not good. Yeah, that's the other thing as well, is the kind of people that are not thinking about the human aspect of this as well. That's really important. Cat Spinova says their last leg gave Suella off of the year. They awarded Trickter into accepting it in person. The clip is on their Twitter page. Oh no, Casper. Oh, please send me the link on the Discord server. I would love to see that. I did not see that. Weekend spent online watching news from the world. It's sad. Yeah, try not to watch too much news and politics, Jeannie. It's not good for you, buddy. That's why I went to a wrestling event on Saturday. You know, got me away from news and politics for a good while. Everyone's saying hello again. It was definitely worth a watch. Oh, yeah. Please give me that link. I really would appreciate it, Casper. Thank you, if you can. It's no wonder they won't let human rights activists on there. That is, yeah, absolutely, Lefty Bow. I know it's disgraceful. Ben Shaw says my nan has been saying since I can remember, British government made it easier for Germans and Italians to enter post World War II than the people we had colonised and helped us in the war. Yeah, we remember our history. Remember our history. Drax the slave driver. Yeah, right. Nimby says Lefty Bow. Everyone's saying hello to each other. Oh, thanks, Stephen. Appreciate that, buddy. That's all right. You know, if I get there, great. If I don't get there before the end of it, it's not the end of the world. If it could be right now, proceeding asylum seekers in Calais, and then they are because they expect the French to pay it. Why would they care for one dead migrant? No empathy at all. Exactly, that's the problem. Good point, Jow. Regan deserves to get 500 just for the hat. Just for the hat. Okay, if that's the case, then you can. There you go. There's your incentive. Larry the Cat. It's a light up one as well. I'll do when I do the Christmas live stream. I'll have the lights on for the show. How about that? If I get 500. Well, I don't think so, but we'll see. I think my internet's playing up as I've had the circle of death a few times. Oh, sorry to hear that, Mad Bunk. If they had the space, they'd have to put it in the offices and structures instead. They do nothing. Hello, number 3. Good to see you, buddy. Hope you're doing well. Guys, make sure you check out number 3's YouTube channel as well. Some very nice rants and talks there from him as well. Apologies, signing off. Daughter summoned me, opening to Macbeth for context. All well and good, Colin. Colin, you take care, buddy. Hope to catch up with you soon. Right, guys, let's add a bit of fun here. Got a very nice, honest. Guys, this is a really honest government ad. I swear to you guys, this is an honest government ad. No BS, guys. And this is an honest ad.
Visit the UK, home to iconic British destinations. Bell End, Penistone, Fingeringhove, Shitterton, and of course, Twat. As well as to an array of ancient reptiles, poisonous parasites, and this haunted Dickensian lamppost. The UK operates under the feudal system, with peasants belonging to whichever job centre has their file, whence they can be rented at rates so low they can barely afford to eat and heat their homes. Government is run by Tory scum, the legally approved term for Conservative Party members, whose job is to conserve obscene amounts of land and wealth in as few hands as possible. A cabinet of Tory scum is known as useless fuck pigs, according to one of them. Notable fuck pigs include the fuck pig who said old people should die, fuck pig who wanted to choose who should live or die, fuck pig who said homelessness is a lifestyle choice, fuck pig who lost to a lettuce, pig fucker fuck pig, and of course our fuck pig in chief. The Tory scum fuck pig's key policy is distraction, distracting the proles with a series of bogeymen, grockles, immigrants, straight bananas, all with the help of a media that's almost entirely owned by just a handful of companies. Every 5 years, the UK holds a symbolic ritual called an election, in which peasants are forced to use an archaic voting system called fucked past the post that lets them choose whether to be fucked by Tory scum or by the Tory scum-like party. This is an especially exciting time to visit the UK, because here at the British government, we're just about to announce the next election. And here's some of the bullshit you can expect to see. Populist wank, a deal with Rwanda, a minister for common sense, stoking a culture war, anything to distract from the soaring poverty, food and energy prices we're doing dick all about. Fake scandals. Remember that time Labour was unelectable because this guy ate a sandwich? Our media's so good at helping lower the entire nation's IQ, an essential requirement for voting Tory. Disenfranchisement. If you notice young people not being able to vote against us on election day, great, that's our recent voter ID laws working just as intended. Amnesia, our trusted favourite, where we pick a new slogan and ask voters to pretend we're not the exact same party that's presided over 14 years of utter fucking failure, including killing a shit ton of you with austerity, reduced life expectancy, increased homelessness and childhood poverty, collapse of the justice system and the NHS, criminal levels of deregulation, a privatised shit show that's profiting by shitting on you and all over our rivers and coastline, and this shit show wrecking the fishing industry, selling out farmers, local government bankruptcies, endless strikes, unaffordable housing, a failing transport system and climate policy, and reducing the incomes of the poorest Britons to the level of approximately Slovenia. Tories. With a government like this, who needs terrorists? The only way British voters can hope to surmount all these challenges during election season is by knowing about them in advance. So do not share this video with them. And whatever you do, do not tell them about this site, which shows them how to vote tactically in each seat. Tactical voting is the only electoral tool the British peon has to circumvent our munted voting system. Recent by-elections show that it works at kicking out Tory scum. So we're very much shitting ourselves about that. And if we do lose the election, don't worry. We've already salted the earth by selling anything that could be used by the next government to benefit the country, such as this land reserved for HS2. Just a parting gift to remind everyone what massive c***s we are. Forever. Visit the UK. Fuck you.
Oh, guys, the video is in the description, guys. Please share this absolutely amazing video if you have not watched it. It's from the Juice Media guys. These are the same guys who do from Australia. They do absolutely fantastic videos. I had not watched it and I was waiting. I wanted to watch it with you guys live and I'm just oh god, you've got to. If you can't laugh about it, you're just gonna cry sometimes, guys. And I just, you got to laugh about it. It would have made perfect for the end of the show, but I'm not going to end the show. I wanted to end the last Viewpoint before Christmas with at least Colin from Portsmouth, so we will hear from him later on, guys. I'm laughing. I'm no laughing much now. This is honestly, it's scary. I know, Stephen. It's sometimes, mate. It's all you got. You got to laugh about it, mate. Sometimes you just got to laugh about it because yeah, it is depressing. But we need to have the laugh about it because if we don't, we're just gonna feel depressed all the time. They absolutely are, Giro. Well said. Well said. Well said. Okay, guys, we're going to be talking about. I really didn't. Oh, wrong camera. Wrong camera. Wrong camera. Okay, that's the right camera. Okay, I really do think we need to talk a little bit about this. I haven't talked about this for a while, guys. So Israel has gone beyond self-defense in Gaza, Tory MP Alicia Kearns has said. I know, Israel, Hamas. I will talk a little bit. I do want to talk a bit about it, guys. So Israel's gone beyond self-defense and lost the moral authority in its war with Hamas, the chair of the Commons Foreign Affairs Committee has said. Tory MP Alicia Kearns told the BBC she thinks Israel has broken international laws and risk increasing support for Hamas among Palestinians. She said bombs don't obliterate an ideology, and neither can a stable state be construction from oblivion. The former Defence Secretary Ben Wallace also criticises Israel's tactics. Writing in the Daily Telegraph, she said that Israel's legal basis for military action in Gaza was being undermined and warned that its government was making the mistake of losing its moral authority alongside its legal ones. Asked if she agreed with Mr Wallace that Israel is damaged its standing with its conduct in Gaza, Ms Kearns told BBC Radio 4, well, that one, I think unfortunately it has. International humanitarian law, in my view, has been broken. She said a truce could be turned into a lasting ceasefire which should be pursued rather than focus on the eradication of Hamas, which Israel, the UK, US and some other Western powers class as a terrorist organisation. 10 Tory MPs, including the former Cabinet Minister Keith Malhouse and George Eustace, have written to the Foreign Secretary Lord Cameron urging him to push for immediate ceasefire, describing Israel's strategy as neither proportionate nor targeted. Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has considered operations which were launched when Hamas carried out an unprecedented assault on Israel on the 7th of October will continue until the group is dismantled. An estimated 240 people were taken hostage by Hamas, despite some being returned during a temporary truce. About 120 are thought to be inside Gaza. Mrs Kearns, who chairs the committee of MPs tasked with holding the Foreign Office to account, warned Israel could inadvertently increase support for Hamas among Palestinians. She said Hamas is an ideology which recruits into its memberships. An opinion poll carried out between the 22nd of November and the 2nd of December by a respected Palestinian think tank, the Palestinian Center for Policy and Survey researchers found that support for Hamas has more than tripled in the occupied West Bank compared to 3 months ago. Supporters of Hamas were still in the minority, but 70% of the respondents said armed struggle was the best means of ending the Israel occupation. Israel has come under growing international pressure over the scale of civilian casualties in Gaza, which Hamas-controlled authorities put at more than 18,000. The same authorities claim 110 people were killed on Sunday in an Israel airstrike in the Jabha refugee camp, which has been the largest settlement for displaced people prior to the current fighting. The retaliatory Israel offensive has seen much of the northern Gaza damaged, and by 85% of the territory's 2.3 million population driven by their homes. On Sunday, Lord Cameron signalled a shift in tone from the government by calling for a sustainable ceasefire, echoes a form of words Prime Minister Rishi Sunak used in the Commons last week. Writing in the Sunday Times, the Foreign Secretary said, "Our goal cannot simply be means to an end fighting today. It must be peace lasting for days, years, generations." Speaking during a visit to Scotland on Monday, Mr Sunak called for Israel to respect humanitarian law, adding, "It is clear that too many civilian lives have been lost and nobody wants to see this conflict go a day longer than it has to. The government has consistently stopped short of calling it for a full ceasefire, saying it respects Israel's right to self-defense." Now, I'm not going to read any more into it, guys, because now there's a couple of things I want to talk about, obviously, a little bit about before we go to the next one. So first and foremost, obviously, if you haven't already heard, what happened also on the weekend is that Israeli hostages that were either got released or somehow got away from Hamas were shot dead by the Israeli Defense Force, which was absolutely abhorrent. Their shirts were stripped off to confirm that they did not have suicide vests on, but I cannot believe that this. I'm not angry at Israel. My anger is more at the government and the way that they are handling this. And it's really, really important. I want to stress this, that we are turning more and more into the hatred for Jews is turning up every day that passes. This is playing into Hamas's hands every single day. The more this happens, and they don't realise that they are the Israeli government are pissing off the world with what they are doing. Even with their strongest and most valiant defenders, even they are coming under pressure to force and do something. Another thing I want to stress as well. I haven't put the links in the description, but guys, there's a YouTube channel. I really want you guys to make some time to check it out, called Real Life Law. And he's done 2 videos on this conflict, and he's done a second part recently to this, on the significance of what could potentially happen in the next phase of this operation, which I think is very fascinating, because not only does he talk about Israel and Hamas, but he talks about all the different rebel factions that are around in the Middle East, those from the Houthis in Yemen, those who are those are the pockets in Egypt, those up in the north in Lebanon, those in Syria and other and around, and how they could play a role into the conflict despite civil war taking place in Syria. There's lots of other factors that can play into this. Israel is not careful here, because they are surrounded by a lot of hostility, Israel. So there are some really some dangerous points here. So guys, if you haven't already, do check out the YouTube channel called Real Life Law. Absolutely wonderful stuff, very knowledgeable work that they do there. I highly recommend it. If someone can find the link and plug it for the chat, it would be really appreciated. I will recommend, do check it out. It's really good. Tory Taser, good to see you, buddy. I hope you're doing well. I hope you had a good weekend. The other thing as well is that someone pointed out that David Cameron changed his tune because America have changed their tune a little bit on this. That doesn't surprise me whatsoever. And the other thing, what was the other thing that crossed my mind since about the Israel and Gaza? There's lots of other things been taken. I haven't done any content on Rumble for it, because I just think it's quite sad to say the least. If I remember my point, I'll come back to it. Giles says the mob around here used to kill a loyal member to show the other mobs that if they were willing to kill their one, imagine what they would do to you. That should be the broadcast on the BBC. Oh right, it can't be, as the truth hurts, says Mad Monk. Do you know what you could do is you can hire out one of those vehicles that have the giant TV billboards, and then you can play that in central London as you're driving past outside the BBC or something. That would be a good idea. That is what happened in the UK example. Yeah, that video was, and the civilian body count keeps growing. Yeah, it is. It's horrible. Tears of joy are good in times of sad tears. Yeah, it is. Imagine this advert on the BBC ITV4 News, says Jura. Yeah, exactly. Oh, thanks, Casper. Appreciate it. I'll definitely go and check that out. So Larry the Cat says Titch is having problems finding the aircraft company that will do the Rwanda flights. They don't want to be linked with it due to the possible loss of business and boycotts that will happen. Yes, I saw that video from different buyers. I thought that was hilarious that they don't even have planes to ship the people to Rwanda. The government don't even have bloody planes for the Rwanda scheme. That's embarrassing. They've apparently got an airport, but they ain't got the planes. It's ridiculous. Only when the US says enough is Israel going to stop, and that is a cruel truth. Yeah. I imagine BBC adverts, carts, holidays, gadgets, clothes, food and wine to get paid public, not advertisers. Yeah, true. Nobody in Scotland knew Nutsack was in Scotland until he left. Oh, of course. Why would they tell you? He came in under the cover of darkness. Popped up in the Tory area where everybody had to be nice to him, and then disappeared into the night. He came and he vanished just like that. Oh look, the orb has changed into a Christmas star. Oh, you mean the Christmas star here? Yeah, Christmas star there. The Houdinis, the rebel Houdinis. Is Octo farting or the bubbles coming from the lava lamps? You're saying that. I can't answer that. Real life law. Yes, real life law, Stephen. Yeah, real life law. Yep, the orb looks like it's getting alive and well. It's doing pretty well there, guys. So. Okay, guys, we got one more. I got one more story. I didn't do too many today because I wasn't sure how things were going to go, if I'm honest. But this one is from The Guardian. Oh yeah, guys, while you're here, make sure you hit the like button, share across social media, and hit that bell notification icon to be notified when I go live or upload another video. And by the way, if you ain't subscribed already, please subscribe. Really do appreciate it. And of course, as we get closer to Christmas, if you want to financially support me, and you're under no obligations to do so, guys, but if you want to, it really does help. Especially if people want me to buy a new microphone, because some people think my microphone sucks. You can buy me a coffee or join me on Patreon. Both the links are in the descriptions as well. So this one is from The Guardian. TikTok staff are told to avoid flagging problems with Amazon accounts. Oh, what's this all about? Internal communications suggest a video platform working to protect its ludicrous relationship with the e-commerce firm. Oh, techie. TikTok staff were told they should avoid flagging potential problems on Amazon accounts to protect the video's platform lucrative commercial relationship with the e-commerce multinational, according to the internal communications seen by The Guardian. Some moderators were told in the autumn not to take negative action against a list of more than 60 Amazon-related accounts on TikTok because the US company is a heavy advertiser on the platform. According to exchanges seen by The Guardian, staff who vet TikTok videos and ensure they adhere to company content guidelines were advised not to take down the accounts or apply any tags tagging a video account that could ultimately lead to account being taken down or not being shown on the For You page. TikTok insisted this was not official company policy. No, it's brown envelopes under the secret handshakes and all that stuff, right? A spokesperson said the allegations about TikTok policies are wrong and based on misunderstandings, a spokesperson said. TikTok's community guidelines state that our approach to content moderation uses the same criteria no matter who creates it. Guys, stay away from TikTok. It's very, very bad for you. I very, very rarely scroll on TikTok. You know, it's not good for you at all. It really is not. It's like the same when you're scrolling through like Facebook Shorts or YouTube Shorts. I mean, obviously I want you to go out of your way to check out my YouTube Shorts, but don't spend all your time on them, guys. It's not good for you. It's really, really not. It can be really detrimental, I think, paying too much attention to all these short clips. Like, they can be funny sometimes. It's okay to look at it a little bit, but don't spend like half an hour or something of your life looking at it. It's really not good for you. The Guardian has been investigating for months how TikTok moderates its app. The Chinese-owned app has more than 1 billion users worldwide and has become an influential platform across multiple fields from politics to Gen X news, consumption and culture. It is the fastest growing source of news. In the UK and in the US, about a third of adults aged 18 to 29 say they regularly get news on TikTok. Same as me, guys. I post all my, just to remind everybody here if you don't know already, I post all my YouTube Shorts on TikTok. I pretty much every 6 hours I have a video dropping on TikTok, and it's growing. I've got at the moment about 93 followers on there. I average about 200 to 300 views on all my TikTok videos. Some of them do get taken down for stupid reasons by the community guidelines, but I think it's more to do with the picture than anything. But people use TikTok. I think it's kind of a fight between TikTok and YouTube when it comes to who brings out more news outlet now. The Guardian discovered that teams of moderators responsible for policing thousands of posts a day, mostly from Europe, the Middle East and Africa, were being advertised to give preferential treatment in some creators and accounts, seemingly departing from TikTok's official guidelines. The reasons cited were exempting Amazon set out in exchanges sent on large TikTok's internal messaging system. They appear to have made clear the importance of Amazon as the platform's highest paying advertising spender and the desire for the platform to protect their relationship. The message about Amazon was sent by a team lead who is at point of contact for moderators and responsible for managing a team of them. The message was sent in a chat and also had a site lead present, a senior staff member who was responsible for overseeing the entire site. The Guardian has seen no evidence to suggest these messages were later retracted by senior member of staff. Further internal communications seen by The Guardian indicate that there are several other unnamed companies on the protected list. It has been alleged that the presence of these companies on the list has led to some moderators being generally wary of tagging other major company corporate accounts or companies of similar size for fear of not following unofficial internal guidance. This is all about making more money, pretty much. It's all it is. This message was flagged to a group of dozen of moderations, team leaders and site managers. The purpose of the group is to disassemble policy updates and spread information on moderating to moderators who are responsible for policing TikTok across Europe. A TikTok staff member had said the message is saying do not moderate Amazon accounts there, and then there's a list of Amazon accounts. Internal messages seen by The Guardian suggest the instruction was sent following instances in which a wrong decision was taken on videos from these Amazon accounts. Yeah. I'm going to stop there just based on time, guys. Just as I said, guys, we've got kids staying over, so I have to be very careful with time. But the link is in the description if you guys want to read more on it. But just my final thoughts, obviously. you know, them trying to make money like any other company, but it is also a bit scary that because they are a Chinese firm, and it's a bit iffy as well. So my eyes don't stay open. Oh, it's fine, Verti. If you got to go to sleep, buddy. It's all good, buddy. But yeah, it's nothing wrong with looking at some shorts, but don't spend too much time on it, guys. It's the best advice I can give you. Let me make sure I've got this one video up. Did I do it like that? Is that how I did it? Yeah, I did do it like that. Okay, so guys, I got a very nice warm-hearted story for you guys to make, just to bring the mood a bit more nice. Good night, Genie Bottle. Good night. Thanks for dropping by. I really appreciate it, buddy. Hope you have a good week. Thanks, Jao, for plugging the links. Really appreciate it, buddy. Yeah, they're there if any of you guys want to help out. Again, no pressure to do so, but if you want to, you're more than welcome to, guys. Okay, this one, guys, is from the Good News Network. I love good warm-hearted stories, guys. Every Friday, guys, I have a video that drops at 3 o'clock called the Good News Vibes, Good Vibes sort of thing, and it's a good warm-hearted story. So if you ever want a story that kind of to uplift yourself, you can check out the playlist on my video on my channel, guys, which is good warm-hearted stories, you know, something that will make your day, you know, sort of thing. I would love to do a live stream where I have nothing but good news, but there's not enough of it out there. But I wanted to share this really nice one here, guys. So this is a boy who started a food bank in his shed, now opens holiday gift banks for hundreds of poor kids. Now, obviously, I know we don't like food banks being open, but because it's supposed to be the government's responsibility. But I think this is such a heartwarming thing for what this young boy does. So I hope you guys enjoy this story. This young lad here. So last year, GNN reported on the kind heart of 11-year-old Isaac Winfield, who opened a food bank in his garden shed to help the poor during the COVID-19 lockdown. Now Isaac is preparing to open a gift bank for mums and dads who can't afford presents for their children, in addition to a 5th shed-borne food bank. December is a big month for Isaac. It's his birthday month, but there's also Christmas and the anniversary of the launch of his food bank, which he started with money from his birthday. He went to open additional food banks in his hometown of Redditch in Warwickshire, England, after realising how many people in his community needed a helping hand. His gift bank opened last week after enlisting the help of local Greenland pub to store the hundreds of toys and gifts needly families he's received from donors. Christmas can be a stressful time, and Isaac wanted to help as many people as possible to have a celebration without worrying about what's under their Christmas tree, said his mother Claire. This is when he was 11, guys. This is this is so cool. I love this kid. He's absolutely ecstatic seeing his shelves full of toys and gifts for families. His dedication, his weekends and spare time to helping is the best Christmas present he could have asked for. According to Claire, they had 200 children arrive on the first day of their present bank. The link is in the description, guys, if you want to check out the video as well, guys. The response has been phenomenal. We'll be holding present bank days another 3 times at this same pub and put on more dates if there is still demand, says Claire. We've had baby toys, books, dolls, teddies, Nerf guns, blankets, toiletries, and there's just a bit of everything here. It's all been quite overwhelming to see. A 5th food bank has been open alongside the YMCA, and the support we've had has been incredible also. Along with toys or food to donate, you can find all the links of the Friends of Isaac Food Bank page on Facebook. So if you have Facebook, guys, you can check out the Friends of Isaac Food Bank there as well. So a really, really nice, warm-hearted story, guys. I hope you guys really like that story. I'm going to take this off because this has been itching on me all day, guys. Normally I've had the tinsel wrapped in the front of me here, but I wanted to just bling it up a little bit for you guys. And just before I'm just going to put something on for you guys. Give me 1 second. Can I put the tree on? It's on. It lights up. Looks a bit weird from you guys, but yeah, I figured I'd put that on. You can't. I'm pretty sure you guys can't hear the noise it makes. It does make a little bit of noise, to be fair, but it doesn't stand up straight, by the way, guys. The tree actually has to lean on something or it will tip over. Yeah, I know. Pretty cool. Let's see what you guys are saying in the chat. Who likes Schultz? Well, all Schultz like Schultz. You should check out all Schultz, shouldn't you? Because he's got lots of Schultz. He's all Schultz. Food banks are a failure of government. They are, Mad Monk. They are. But I think it's good that there's people out there, to remind us that there's good people out there who care, and I think that from that perspective is good. Obviously, it's wrong that we have food banks. I absolutely agree on that point. But I think it's awesome that we have young kids who care about their community and other people and want to help out. Good kids get blue Peter badges. That would be cool. Someone should get him a blue Peter badge. That would be an awesome gift for him. Well done, lad. Must have really good parents, says Stephen. Yeah, these parents should be extremely proud of him. From that young lad, our government should learn. Great young lad, and Phil's parents, I'm sure they're proud of him. Yeah, great. Food banks are a failure of government. Let's hope this kid gets a award with much love for what he's done. I hope he gets a really nice Christmas. But I'm sure he would rather be bringing joy and presents to other people. But he does deserve some for the work that he does. I think it's really, really important, guys. So, guys, on that, we have one more funny video for you guys before we see you guys out. But I just want to say, guys, first of all, I want to say a massive thank you to everyone who's come along here for the Snowflake Viewpoint. I haven't had anyone in the comments saying that the mic has been too low, because obviously we've got kids staying over, so I'm glad nobody has said that. That gives me optimism that people who will rewatch it will not have any issue with my voice, which will be really appreciated. So guys, just a quick update, obviously, because this gives me optimism that maybe, just maybe, I might move the Christmas live stream to Christmas Day. I may still do that. I haven't 100% decided, because like I said on the post, my live streams are subject to change. So I might actually do a live stream on Christmas Day, because I really want to do one for those who don't have family and friends, who don't have anywhere to be. They can come and join me in the evening just to have a nice chat, talk about whatever. We can have a nice chat. I'll talk about whatever, guys. It doesn't have to be news and politics. It could be about anything, I've never done a Q&A as well. Would you guys like me to do a Q&A? Maybe we will do a Q&A or something as well. I can put a post up and see what you guys, maybe if you guys want to do that as well. So lots of ideas we can do for the Christmas live stream. So we got that. This Thursday, obviously, the Snowflake Corner is still happening, guys. No change there. The Snowflake next week's Snowflake Viewpoint will not be dropping on Monday. Because obviously next week it will not be dropping on Monday, because we're not going to do news and politics on Christmas Day. Nobody wants to do that. So instead, it's going to be done on Boxing Day. I'm going to be doing it on Boxing Day for you guys. So if you want the latest news and politics, we will do it on Boxing Day. We'll talk about the usual stuff there. And you guys can tell me if you had a nice Christmas, or if you didn't have, or whatever. We can talk a bit about Christmas as well. But yeah, Christmas Day, if you guys, in the evening, if you guys have got nothing else to do, and you want to come on and you want to just hang out with me and the rest in the live chat, you're more than welcome to do so, guys. Just want to put that out there for you guys. Guys, don't forget to hit the like button. Be greatly appreciated. Share this across social media, because it really does help the algorithm. Hit the bell notification icon, guys, as well. And yes, Indie Truck Davey, please keep an eye out for their live stream as well. They're going to be live streaming on the same day, Stephen. I think you said at the same time, 2 o'clock on that day as well. So that will be a really fun stream, guys. I probably will have that on in the background. I'll probably put it on in the background when I'm with family and stuff. So if you guys, go and go hang out with them if you ain't got anybody else to do as well. Guys, if you can, please subscribe. Really, really, really does help the channel and the algorithm as well. And of course, if you want to financially support me, links are in the description. Buy me coffee, Patreon, all that kind of stuff, guys. So thank you all so much for coming along. I hope you all have a great week, whatever you guys' plans are. I hope to see you guys tomorrow evening in... Oh, I might not... Obviously, I've got a funeral to attend to, so I probably might not make Max's live stream, but maybe I will, maybe I won't. We'll have to wait and see. I've already got content covered tomorrow and Wednesday, so there is content dropping as normal, but whether I'll be here tomorrow for Max's live stream, I don't know, but I'll try to make it out. No promises, of course, guys. So without further ado, I will see you guys. Oh, and of course, guys, just one more thing, guys. I haven't got confirmation that me and Lee Corn are doing a show on Wednesday, the Snowflake show. So I'm waiting for him to respond to me. I know we want to do one show together for a Christmas special. We really, really want to. I will plug it here on the channel and plug it on Discord if we are definitely doing one, because I know he's super busy. He's got a lot on his plate, guys, so that's why it's been difficult for us to do the show. But we want to do a Christmas show for you guys, we really do, because we had so much fun doing them. But I will let you guys know about that. But if not, I will see you guys Thursday for the Snowflakes corner as well. So guys, here it is. Colin from Portsmouth is going to see us out. I know most of you guys have seen the video already, but you know, I wanted to listen to it one more time with you guys. So, and look, he's wearing a lovely Christmas jumper as well. What more could you ask for, guys?
Colin from Portsmouth is on the line. Hello, Colin.
Hello, Anthony. I just want to ring in and wish everyone a Merry Christmas.
Oh, that's wonderful. Merry Christmas, Colin.
Merry Christmas to everyone.
Yeah.
Except Labour, the Lib Dems, the Greens, the Tories betraying our country over the Rwanda deal. You know who you are. The EU, lefty lawyers, the people who ousted Boris, the people who made Suella sack herself, the people who didn't give Nadine a peerage, the thieves who pickpocketed Susan Hall's purse, then posted it back to her without taking anything from it.
Yes, that was terrible.
Bleeding Brian, Gary Bloody Lineker, Meghan Markle, Naga Munchetti, Carol Vorderman, Peter Reid, Brian Moore, the Archbishop of Canterbury, King Prince Charles, Philip Schofield's home-wrecking lover, Jeremy Vine's cycling vigilantism, the people looking into Michelle Mone's finances, illegal immigrants, tourists, Mick Lynch, nurses and doctors holding our government to ransom, anyone who tries to dismantle our precious NHS, and on deck, the National Trust. People who have robot vacuum cleaners, giraffes, what are they plotting up there? Women who talk about men's football, Nordic walkers, people who own air fryers and make it their entire personality.
100%.
Doctor Who for making Isaac Newton brown. Clubs that serve food on anything other than a plate.
That's
George
annoying,
Monbiot. Just Stop Oil, heat waves, unisex toilets, cats on leads. Sinks with a separate hot and cold tap. VAR, people without washing up bowl in their sink. People who don't sing the national anthem when they're forced to. And LED light bulbs. Everyone else, you have a Merry Christmas and peace on earth to select mankind. Love to the family, Anthony.
Love to the family, Colin. Love to the family.
Croissants!
Croissants? How dare he talk that about croissants? Terrible. Aren't they, Ollie? Yes, they are. Yes, they are. Guys, take care. Hope you guys listen to the lovely Christmas outro that I had at the start. So, guys, take care. Have yourself a great week. And, of course, Merry Christmas. Well, I'll be saying that a lot closer to Christmas. But make sure you get your Christmas shopping done. Whatever you guys are doing, take care. Look after yourselves. As always, nothing but peace and love.